2023 was a year filled with school, friends, stress, family, and along with its many other ups and downs. And while I'm grateful for everything this past year has given me, I'm ready to use 2024 as a clean slate. In this video, I'm resetting for the new year in hopes of setting myself up for success and it being my best year yet. Let's get started on this reset.
Hey guys, it's Krista. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and Happy New Year. So today, as I'm filming this, is January 5th. I'm off to a late start of resetting for the new year. I was sick near the end of the year and leading up to the new year. So that's why I haven't had the chance to write down my goals and do a reflection on 2023. But I'm super excited to be doing that today. I think the first thing that I really want to do to start off well with this new year is to start journaling more. I've started kind of setting up my journal. There are some prompts that I want to fill out that's a reflection on 2023 and things that I'm looking forward to in 2024. For my 2023 review, I've titled it 2023 in Review and have some questions that I want to fill out. I'll read you them. So the first question is, what was a lesson you learned this year? Second question is, what are you most grateful for from this year? There are a lot of things that I'm grateful for, but I think I want to try narrowing them to maybe one or two things that are very, very important to me. The third question is, what are you most proud of accomplishing this year? I think it's important to obviously recognize the accomplishments that you have made. I mean, even if it's big or small, sometimes I think I can be a little hard on myself and not really recognize certain things that are good things that I've done, because I'm always striving to do something more, do something better. So I think this question is good to ask myself because I think it's really important that you are your biggest fan, and I kind of neglect that sometimes. The fourth question I have was, what was my biggest challenge? Honestly, there was a lot of things that I feel like were difficult for me this year. I don't really want to go too into that because it's kind of personal. The question I have is, how did you fail? I feel like while it's important to pick up the highlights of the year, it's also good to get, honest with yourself. And then my last question is kind of goes hand in hand with the how did you fail, is what will I do differently next year? So I think it's a good follow-up question for how did I fail, because there's probably certain goals that you wish you had achieved in the year. Recognize that you didn't accomplish that and reevaluate on how you can do better this year. So yeah, I'm gonna answer these questions, and then once I do that, we can move on to looking forward to 2024. So I've answered my 2023 in review questions. Now we are going to move on to looking forward to in 2024. This is what the page looks like, and I have 5 questions. First question is, who do I want to become this year? This is kind of a heavy loaded question, but I'm only going to be jotting down certain ideas. I do have a whole separate Notion page on this. Basically, I think that it's really fun to think of this like other person, not really as myself, but someone separate from me that I can kind of look up to and kind of list all of the attributes that this ideal person has that I can implement into my life and kind of replicate. Kind of just like, if I could be the most idealized version of myself, how would I look like, and try to strive to become that. The second question is, what skills do I want to learn or improve? There are many things that I want to do. I feel like life is so boring without learning something, because then you're always just staying stagnant. It doesn't even have to be that serious. Like, one of my goals for this year is to learn how to figure skate. It's been something that I really wanted to do for a long time, and now that I have this semester off, I'm hoping to take some lessons, and I think it's going to be so much fun. It's gonna like feed my inner child. So that's one of the things that I love to learn. Third question is, what habits do I want to create or eliminate? I think that what makes you as a person is like what you do and what you don't do in your life, and there are certain things that I definitely want to eliminate, like probably scrolling for hours on TikTok every morning. I think like the habits that I want to develop and eliminate are kind of generic. Eating healthy, working out comes to mind, but they're still really important. And the fourth question is what do I want to be more or less of in 2024? I think what this question means to me is kind of the way I think, and like I think negatively, self-deprecatingly. I compare myself to others a lot, stuff like that. That's certain things that I want to, obviously it's easier said than done, but do less of, and more of believing in myself, being kind to others, qualities that help me become a better person for myself and for other people. I want to think about how the actions that I do can help the other people that I love and show the people that I love that I care about them. And then the last question is kind of fun, is what do you want the overarching theme of 2024 to be? I haven't really thought that seriously about this question, but if I were to encompass 2024 in one word, which I want it to be, I think I have to think about this a little bit, but it's just like a fun answer. And yeah, I'm gonna be filling these questions out now. The next thing I'm gonna do is declutter my space. My room is pretty clean right now. I put things away last night. However, there are a couple surfaces I probably want to wipe down that are dusty that I haven't touched in a while. Let me vacuum. The biggest thing that I have been putting off for so long that I'm gonna force myself to do is clean my closet. Not just my clothes, but there's so much stuff and junk on the floor. I have like a whole other drawer in my closet that has a bunch of old clothes that I do not wear, and all of my old like textbooks, notebooks, all that from like high school, even probably some from elementary school that I haven't thrown out. And it's time to do that to optimize some space because it's completely full. Also, my end tables like right there and over there have also a bunch of junk that I just need to get rid of because I just have some useless stuff in there. Like, I don't even know what's in there. I've been putting this off for so long, and I have no excuse not to do it now. So I'm gonna start off with kind of just cleaning my room a little bit, and then we can get into the mess. I'm gonna start cleaning my nightstands. I just have such random stuff in here. I'll show you how it looks like. I just got done with cleaning that first drawer. I'm gonna clean my other one. I don't think there's as much junk in the other one. I don't really use it that much. The first one just had a bunch of papers and all that stuff from my bank and all that I didn't want to throw away but didn't really know what to do with it. But I separated them into piles that were useless and stuff that like I want to shred and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna do the second one off camera because it's like the same thing. And then we will tackle my closet, which I'm not excited for. And then I'm gonna vacuum my room. I'm starting my closet. There was a bunch of stuff over here that I'm like getting rid of. I'm gonna wipe this surface down, so don't worry. As you can see on the sides, like I just have some random stuff over here I want to take out and vacuum and everything. And then in here is a mess. I have pajamas over here, but on the bottom is like all the school stuff that is literally pointless for me to have anymore. Now it's time to tackle this drawer. I'm gonna go through my clothes first because a lot of this stuff just doesn't fit me. So now I have to tackle the homework books section. There are a couple things that I might be able to sell, so I'm gonna divide it in groups of selling, keeping, and throwing away. I'm finally done cleaning up. I took a little break to eat something, but now I want to do some goal setting.
So on my Notion, I wrote out some measurable goals that I could clearly see by the end of the year whether I hit them or not, and I divided it into 3 categories of social media, health, and life. So for example, some goals I have for my YouTube channel is to hit a certain amount of subscribers and become monetized, which are things that I will obviously be able to see if I achieve them or not by the end of the year. However, in past years, I feel like I focused too much on my end goals, which is why I haven't really succeeded in reaching them. So to rectify this, I've decided to also write monthly goals in my journal that'll help me develop the proper habits to help me reach my bigger goals.
So like I said, I also wanted to do monthly goals in my journal, and I already set this one up. I just have the month and I separated my goals into social media, life, health, and I also added highlights of the month right over here just so I could you know, stay a bit more mindful and remind myself of the good moments from each month, no matter how small they are. Oftentimes in the past, I feel like the first month of the new year, I am productive, you know, because I am motivated. But once, you know, the idea of like New Year's resolutions and everything dies down, I also just stop working on my goals gradually. And I think it's because when New Year's happened, I try to just do all of my goals right away, and it's just not sustainable. But I think this is going to be really effective because I'm planning on just focusing on a few habits each month that will stick, and then I can gradually grow the list of things that I want to implement in my life. I'm just going to write out a couple more goals.
For example, because I want to hit a certain amount of subscribers, the type of goal I write down monthly are habit-based, such as planning out a specific video for the week or month to help me keep up with being more consistent on YouTube.
But the next thing that I want to do is so much more fun, which is, I don't know what to call this, but on my Notion I have what does the best version of myself look like, and it's basically what I was saying before. When I think of the best version of myself, I kind of try to envision another person who, you know, is separate from me right now, living the life that I want to have, and I'm evaluating like what attributes they have, what does their morning routine look like, who do they hang out with, how do they spend their time, all that stuff, and I try to embody that to become obviously the best version of myself. And I tried doing this last year, but to be honest, I didn't really follow through with much of it. I kind of wrote it in the beginning of 2023 and never really looked back on it to remind me what I was trying to strive for, which I think was obviously one of my mistakes. But I divided it in 7 categories, which I'm just going to edit the 2023 one to kind of just tailor to what I want more this year. The first thing I have is appearance, then work, number 3 is education, 4 my morning routine, 5 my night routine, 6 money, and 7 my social life. And for example, for appearance, one of my goals last year was to just care more about my appearance, do more extra things, I guess, for self-care and hygiene and everything, because I feel like it definitely does help me with confidence, and that just obviously helps how I feel on the inside. For example, I wrote down for appearance, I do my skincare every morning, I wash my face, put niacinamide, moisturizer, sunscreen, and then at night I wash my face, niacinamide, moisturizer, gua sha, and lash serum. And then another one I had was like doing my hair with the Dyson Airwrap every time I get out of the shower. That way my hair, you know, looks nice for the duration until I wash my hair again. I have a makeup routine. I put concealer, blush, highlighter, eyeliner, lip gloss, stuff like that. I do definitely think this is probably like the most fun way to write down your goals. It gets you to really evaluate how you want to behave, how you want to appear. So now it's time for me to make my vision board. I like to do this every year. I have one as my computer lock screen that I never really change because I think it aligns with a lot of my life goals. That's more like a long-term vision board. But when it comes to the new year, I like making vision boards that help narrow down my goals for the specific year. And on my Notion, you can have banners for each page. So I'm going to make a vision board as my banner. I'm going to go on Pinterest. I'm going to create a board called 2024 vision board. I'm going to just go through Pinterest, see what pins speak out to me.
For my vision board, I chose photos that focused on friendship, traveling, working on videos, eating healthy, working out, pretty generic things, but are all things I want more of in 2024.
So I just got done with making my vision board. I'll insert a picture right here. I think it turned out pretty nice. I think it pretty much encompasses everything that I am looking to achieve in this new year, and I'm really excited to start doing those things and working towards my goals. So that'll be the end for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!